Friday, July 8th, was probably the saddest day that I've ever spent in a museum. That's when I visited the American Folk Art Museum in Manhattan on its very last day in its current building right next to the Museum of Modern Art on West 53rd Street. That building opened in 2001, and it is now something that the museum can no longer afford. It missed its payments on its debt service for its bonds, and it is about to decamp. It has 90 days to get out of there, to be acquired, to be purchased by the Museum of Modern Art. You can see the museum, the American Folk Art Museum, the black building to the right that has the red banner affixed to it, and hard by it on the right side is the Museum of Modern Art, and to the left is that empty lot which is supposed to house a new tower by Jean Nouvel, which will include some room for yet another expansion by the Museum of Modern Art. So you can see how that folk art museum was kind of in the way of that development, and now if MoMA wants to, it has free and clear all of that space to use and to expand into. It's not been said yet what's planned for that museum, but this was a dreary day weather-wise and also in terms of my experience there. The museum is open late Fridays, and it was open late on this particular Friday. I didn't get there till after 5. Got my ticket. And as I walked through the museum, I reminded myself of all the things that I don't like about the space. It's kind of dreary and dark. These are very awkward passages right here, these various planes that don't seem to really relate well to each other. The vertiginous, narrow staircase. And yet another narrow, cramped passageway, this one by the elevators. The galleries also feel kind of tight, but as you can see, the final show, the featured show for the last months of the museum was pretty well attended, even on a Friday, dreary Friday afternoon, and an afternoon when the museum was going to be closing for good in this location. It's a quilts show, and quilts are always popular, so the Folk Art Museum ended with a cheery and crowd-pleasing exhibition before it moves to tighter quarters near Lincoln Center. One of the museum's signature works, Girl in a Red Dress with Cat and Dog, still had pride of place in the lobby where she's greeted visitors, but there was something wrong with her label. It's not true that this was a promised gift. This actually was given to the museum in 2001 by the Sigmund Trust, Ralph Asmarian trustee. Asmarian was the museum's megabucks donor and former head of its board of trustees. He got himself into all kinds of financial difficulty, was arrested on criminal charges last November. So although this painting did come to the museum, other promised gifts probably will never arrive there as had been hoped. Nevertheless, his signature is engraved on the wall that has the founding donors for the museum. This wall is now part of the failed museum. I don't know if it's going to be transferred to the much smaller space that it's moving to. All of those donors' signatures may now crumble into dust. Even though the museum was about to close any minute on this late Friday afternoon, early evening, there was actually a concert plan that went off as scheduled. That's J.D. Duarte entertaining those who had assembled in the lobby for the concert. It felt a little funereal, though. It was almost, to me, dirge-like as the museum was being sung out by the people who participated in this concert. And as I took a last farewell look at the American Folk Art Museum. I saw MoMA's banner lurking behind it. Pretty soon the red banner is going to come down if it hasn't already done so. But the American Folk Art Museum is very much alive, if not quite as healthy as it should be, at Lincoln Square, where it's already got another quilt show in progress to attract the visitors, and a full program of exhibitions and events is planned. So we can only hope that there is a place in New York City for a museum of folk art, and that museum will thrive and perhaps grow slowly but in a more healthy manner.